Hello there. Welcome to EBM 85. Today we want to look at a question paper of June 2023. So the question paper that we have. And on this question paper, we want to look at the first question on this question paper. And this is the second paper. Right. On this first question that we have a text that we are given that we need to read. So after reading this, we answer questions that are going to follow. So we are going to go through what is in this text, then we answer what follows. Masala Koza is a successful self-made businessman. He is the owner of a carpentry company in Pretoria called Masala Wood. 10 years ago, he started doing woodwork in his garage with his son Sifo. He is a carpenter and very good in designing kitchen units. His workshop has since grown into a manufacturing firm. Sifo, now a qualified accountant, is the finance manager and human resources manager of the firm. Masala is the CEO of the company, and he also employed an operations manager, furniture designer, a receptionist, who is also the marketing manager, and 50 carpenters. All carpenters were recruited from the local college and the residents of Pretoria. Since locating from his backyard garage to the Pretoria West Industrial Area, Masala is yet to comply with many government regulations, which include mainly bylaws and stipulations from the Department of Labor. Masala Wood sponsors youth through soccer tournaments and also internship programs for carpentry. The main supplier of his business, Timberland, is a firm believer of preserving the environment. Masala Woods has won a tender to supply schools with desks. So we have our last sentence that we have there. And reads, Mr. Koza attributes his success to the subject he took while studying in college. So this is what we have in terms of the information that you are given. Then we have got a question that follows. On the question that follows, we have question one here. Question 1.1, give 4 reasons why Mr. Koza should maintain a good relationship with his supplier. Give 4 reasons why Mr. Koza should maintain a good relationship with his supplier. So in the information that we are given there, we do not have anywhere that we are told the importance of good relationship. So what you are supposed to do now is just to give, according to your reasoning, what are the reasons that we have that we deduce from good relationship with suppliers. But basically, when we're looking about suppliers, these are the people or businesses that are supplying us with the goods that we are buying from goods, be it a manufacturing business, that's the inputs that we are buying from somewhere that we are using to produce the product that we are producing. If it's a retail outlet where we are buying from, and then we resell. So the importance of the relationship with those people or businesses that are selling as products is what is being asked here. So let's try to see what reasons can we deduce from a good relationship that can be there with suppliers. So if you look at it, let's try to bring here. So we are on 1.1. The first reason that we can deduce there is since we have a good relationship that we have put between us and our suppliers, it means we have increased or enhanced the reliability of our suppliers. In the case that maybe any time that we need some goods or some goods to be supplied to us anytime we get them. So reliability is enhanced. So this becomes one of the reasons. So we can just say one of the reasons is enhanced reliability. Enhanced reliability can be one. Then we can look for another reason for a good relationship that we should put between us and suppliers. We can also deduce a reason of cost management. Cost management. So on cost management, what we are saying is since we now have our regular suppliers and we've got a good relationship with them, it means in any way we are not going to shift from one supplier to the other. So in the event that we are shifting from one supplier to the other, we are going to face a high cost. So we have got some costs that we transitional costs that we face there when we change suppliers. So cost management comes in a way that the cost is going to be reduced and that we are going to face as a business. So cost management becomes the other one. Then we also have innovation. Innovation being the reason. Since we are engaging these suppliers, it means they can be available to also supply some innovative ideas and solutions to us, or give us these innovative ideas and solutions that are going to help us as a business. We are engaging them, so they are also going to be involved in our business, and they are also going to maybe make an input in terms of new ideas and solutions to our problems. So innovation is enhanced again. So this is what we have. Then we can look at the fourth one. Remember, the question is asking us for reasons. So on the fourth one, we can also talk about risk mitigation. Risk mitigation. So on risk mitigation, what we are saying is when you have a strong relationship with your suppliers, you can work together to identify and mitigate risk. So this is what we have in terms of the reasons for a good relationship between the owner and the supplier. So this is what we have. So we can move on to the next question. Let's see what we have in terms of the next question. So on the next question, we are now on 1.2, and it reads sketch an organogram of masala wood. Sketch an organogram of masala wood. But basically, an organogram, we understand it as a diagram that shows the structure of the organization. And we can also describe it as showing the relationship between the different people, departments, jobs at different levels within that organization. So to sum it up, we can say it shows the levels of authority that exists in an organization. So this is what we have in terms of organogram. So we can deduce this organogram from the information that we are given there. If you go to the information that we have, you will see that we have got some sections that are mentioned, information that can help us construct this organogram. We are told that uh, now a qualified accountant is financial manager and human resource manager of the firm. Masala is the CEO. So we are told that there is a CEO that is there. So this is going to be at the top of that organogram. Remember, we are saying an organogram shows the levels of authority. So the highest authority there becomes the CEO. Then we are told that he also employed an operations manager. We have an operations manager there. Now we know that there's an operations manager that is going to come below the CEO. And then we also have the furniture designer. We have a receptionist who is also the marketing manager. So we are not going to create a level of receptionist since we have a marketing manager working as a receptionist. So we are just going to allocate a position for the marketing manager. And lastly, we have got 50 carpenters. So the carpenters now describe the lowest level of authority that we have. So we can go there and try to construct that in that sense. So this is what we have. So we are now on 1.2. We are now on 1.2. So on 1.2, what we are saying is on that organogram, we've got the CEO at the top, the information that we are given there. CEO at the top. And then we have got the HR. The HR, we can just cross check there from the information that we have. We are told that there is an HR that is there. If you come here, also you put operations manager, furniture designer, receptionist, here we are told we have got the human resources manager here. So the human resources manager is the one that we are looking for. So we can create a department for the human resource. There we've got the human resource. We can create for the HR. And then from the information that we have also, we have got also the operations that is there. So we can just check there. We have the operations manager there. So we can create that one for operations there. So it means that here now we can create operations here. Operations. This is what we have. Then we also have the finance, the finance manager. Finance manager here, you can put it here. You know, it's there. And also we have the marketing department where we have the marketing manager working also on behalf of the receptionist. So we have the marketing, the marketing. Then also we can check now. I think we have got the last department that we have there of the carpenters. Carpenters. Right. We are told that 50 carpenters, all carpenters were recruited from the local college and are residents of Pretoria. So the carpenters, obviously they are going to report to the operations manager there. So we can go there and branch it from there. So from the operations, we are now seeing from the operations now we have the carpenters. We have the carpenters. So this marks the lowest level that we have. So this is our organogram that we are constructing from the information that we are given there. So enough on that question. So we can move on to the next question and try to see what we have there. So from the organogram, we are going to 1.3. 1.3.1 reads, Mr. Koza is excited to delegate stock of counting to one of the employees. List the 5 steps in the delegation process to help him delegate his task. So in terms of delegating, maybe we might want also to understand what we mean by delegating. Uh, so delegating, anyways, it's a comes as a process whereby we are assigning duties to lower level staff. If you're a manager, the process that you are assigning duties that they can be done with the staff that are at the lower levels, that's delegating. So delegation comes as an act of redirecting tasks and initiatives to other team members. So you see that you may delegate work to distribute responsibility more evenly, or because the task of the initiative is more relevant to another team member's priorities, or be it skills or interests. So this is what we have in the explanation of delegating. So in this question now, what they are asking now, they are asking about the steps in the delegation process. So we are going to bring down the steps that are supposed to be followed in the delegation process. So we can go back to our answer section. So this is now 1.3.1. So we are now on 1.3.1. So we can just say delegation steps. Delegation steps. So the first one is that we have to define the objective. Define what do you want to achieve there. Becomes the objective. Define the objectives. Define the objective that's task maybe that you want to delegate. And then secondly, we should select the correct employee for the task. Select the correct employee for the task. So this is the second step. So it's not a matter of just maybe assigning duties to lower level staff, but you should make sure that the person that you are going to delegate is the correct person. Remember, this person is going to work on behalf of you. So you have to make sure that the selection is done in a proper way. So this is what we have in terms of the second step. Then we can go on to the third step that we have there. We should provide sufficient authority, time, and resources. Provide sufficient authority, and then also time and resources. So this is what we have on the third step. So when you are delegating, also authority should be given to the person that you have assigned, so that the person can easily exercise whatever task or duty that you have assigned. So this is what we have, and also provide the time so that the person has space to do what has been designated. So also resources, if there are any resources that are required for that task to be done, the resources should be at the disposal of the person that is work or task that has been delegated to him or her. So this is what we have on the third one, and then we can look at the fourth step that we have there. You should also establish checkpoints for control. You should also establish checkpoints for control. Establish checkpoints. Checkpoints for control. So when the person that you have delegated is now doing the work, there should be a certain point that you have to come in and check whether the person is doing it in a proper way, whether the person is working within the parameters of what is required. So this is the point of number 4, what it is trying to explain them. So this is what we have seen. The fifth one, which comes as the last one now, is to set times to discuss progress. You should also give a time to set times to discuss your progress. To set times to discuss progress. So at the end of it now, you should sit down maybe with the person or the lower level worker that you've designated work to check, and you also discuss with the person that in terms of the progress of what you have assigned that person to do. So this is what we have in terms of the steps that has to be followed in the delegation process. So we can just move on to look at the next question. What do we have there? We can go and check on the next question. The next question now, we are on 1.3.2. To read, specify the contents that should be included in a business plan. So here we are just going to state them, the contents of a business plan. Contents of a business plan. Remember, in a business plan, we have to have a cover page. We also have to have a table of contents, executive summary, personal information of the entrepreneur, the marketing plan, the operational plan, and also we have got a part for the conclusion. And finally, obviously, we have the appendices at the end. So this is what we have in terms of these stages, in terms of these contents that we are supposed to have in a business plan. So we can just go there and state them. That's 1.3.2. 1.3.2. So we are saying contents of a business plan. We are saying we are supposed to have a cover page. We are also supposed to have table of contents. We are also supposed to have the executive summary. We are supposed also to have the personal information of the entrepreneur. Right. And then we also have the marketing plan. So this is what we have. And also we've got some content below that. We've got the operational plan. Operational plan. We also have the conclusion. And lastly, we have the appendices. So these are the contents that describe the business plan. So this is what we have, and then we can check the next question that we have there. The next question is saying during COVID-19, many people have lost income, prompting them to confront Mr. Koza to accept credit and implement a credit policy. Take 4 aspects of a credit policy he can use for credit control. So this credit policy is coming in the form of a policy that we have to take note that we have some instances that we have to sell our products on credit, and then the rules and regulations that we are supposed to follow as we sell on credit in terms of handling of our customers, the credit periods that we are going to give to our customers, uh, even the way in terms of offering our discounts to customers so that they pay quickly, and then the collection period uh, that is on average, on average, we are expecting our money after how long? So it becomes all those aspects follow under the credit policy. So the question is asking us about 4 aspects of a credit policy that should be followed for credit control. So we are just going to state them, the 4 that we have, the 4 aspects that should be in the credit policy. So you'd see that now this is our 1.4. One of the aspects is the credit period. This is the credit period. That is Mr. Koza. This question is asking in particular for Mr. Koza. Mr. Koza shall determine the time for customers to pay back, to pay him back. Mr. Koza can also be helped by calculating the average collection period. So this is the credit period in terms of how long are we expecting our man to be paid. So this is what we have in terms of the credit period. So we can also have another aspect that we can mention there is credit standards of clients. Credit standards of clients. Credit standards of clients. Right. Under credit standards of clients, the explanation that we have is that if a customer's credit behavior is classified as a risk, he or she must not be given credit. So it means that we need to implement the credit rating procedure, whereby that's where we're going to identify whether a customer is a risk, if we give a credit to that customer or not. So this is what we have. And also, Mr. Koza can use an ICT credit bureau report to get this information. So there is an ICT credit bureau report that can be used so that you can identify whether the person is a risk or not. So that's what we have in terms of credit standards of clients. Then we also have collection periods. Collection periods. Collection period. Right. With collection periods, we are mainly talking about the issue of debt collecting, the issue of debt collecting. That is the Mr. Koza also should engage the debt collectors. We've got the debt collecting companies that can Mr. Koza can engage in terms of collecting the debts. So this is what we have in terms of this one. Then we have the last one. We have the last one, which is maybe offering, which comes as offering for discounts for easy payment. Discounts for easy payments. So in this act now, the issue is for our debts to be paid quickly, for the amount dues to be paid quickly. We can implement the issue of discounts, whereby we reduce we give a percentage that we reduce the price that is there, so that the debtors can pay their money quickly. So this is what we have in terms of discount. Basically, a discount is a reduction on the market price of a product. If your product, for example, is costing 100 rands as the selling price, then we put maybe a discount of 2% of that 100 rands. It means if you say 2% of 100 rands, you're going to get your 2 rands. So the 2 rand becomes the discount. So now the price after the discount is 100 minus 2. So it means the customer is now paying 98 rands. So with that reduction, we are going to see quick payments in terms of the debtors now as they pay the amount due. So the aspect behind that is that we want to recover our money quickly. So this is what we have. So this is what we have in terms of question number 1.4. So this is what we have in terms of this video. I hope this video was helpful. Those who haven't subscribed, please subscribe and share. We'll meet again in the next video as we are still coming with more videos that might be helpful for your exams. For today, I'm signing out.